All right, so I'm Joey, as you know, and today we are joined by a very, very surprising guest who's calling in from Colombia, and I dare say the man who is representing the Latin music scene right now. We got J Balvin. What's up? How you doing?
Hey, thank you, Majid. Thank you so much. Grateful, man. Working, it's an awkward moment working from home, doing
Yeah,
promo
yeah.
of my new album from home, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So we're here, promoting the new album Colores, and it feels great. It feels great. It's a special moment.
I got to be honest with you. I mean, you say that it's awkward promoting the album from home, but for us, we're kind of glad because all the artists are staying home now, so we can just call them and they have all the time in the world to talk to us.
Yeah, whoever you call and says busy is lying.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, I think
So,
I'm the
yo,
only one.
10 years, more than 10 years in the game now, right?
Yeah,
Seven
yeah.
albums deep. Question: how did you go from Oasis with Bad Bunny, which is a collaborations album, to now Corres, which is really all about you? You know, what made the transition there?
Like our genre mostly has a lot of collaborations,
Mm,
and I think when you do an album, it's about a concept, and this concept about colors, about colores, you know, I wanted to do it by myself,
yeah,
and show the colors I want to show, and I want people to connect with me, not with the collabs that I do.
yeah,
Not saying that I'm not going to do more collabs, but I'm saying maybe it's like a new time to reconnect with myself and do more music by my own, and and just start to be more selective when it comes to do collabs, or like I think that's like my new way, but that's my new thing.
but since you're being selective, it means that the two collaborations that you do have on the album they mean something, right? So, Mr. Easy,
100%.
you worked on the last album. Sky is your producer, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, tell
Yes.
me about these two guys.
Like Sky's my producer, and that's why I wanted to, like he told me that he wrote a song, and that he was like, what if I stay in the song as an artist? I'm like, why not?
Yeah,
You know, so it's cool because it's not a common feature.
yeah,
It's not a common collab. And Mr. Easy is definitely one of the kings of the of the Afrobeat
yep,
in the
that's right.
world. So it's something that it sounds like similar, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to do those two feats and 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 just the rest about me.
Yeah, and I love those two feats, but I love the rest of the album. 10 songs. You are obviously very selective about what songs you put in the album. How many did you record for this album?
Uh, we record like 35.
35. And you put
Yeah,
10 in. Okay, so 10
yeah,
songs each have their own color, essentially. Well, with the exception with Mr. Easy, it's rainbow. Rainbow is kind of all the
yeah,
colors, right?
yeah.
So okay, let me run through some of the colors: yellow, blue, red, pink, purple, green, black, gray, and blanco, which is white.
Hmm.
Why these 10 colors? Because they're not the primary colors. So why did you choose these 10 colors?
I mean, but they are, don't you think?
They are, but on the fourth song you went for pink, because
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. You're right. Yeah, it wasn't planned. It was just the way we did the album was like when we picked those 10, then we play the songs, we close our eyes, and we said the color that we were feeling,
Oh,
and the color that was the more, the one that we say the most, that was the one we picked.
that's how it works.
Yeah,
So
so that's how we did
so
it.
you record it and you listen to it together and you call out the color that it reminds you of.
Yeah, we close it. We close our eyes and we start like how we, what color do we feel in each
Well,
song.
well then I gotta ask you, what's your favorite colors? Just the colors.
Oh shit, man!
That's it. Everything.
Yeah, that's the best answer. Yeah, because like, man, I love black.
Yeah.
it's supposed not to be a color,
Yeah.
but it is a color. You perceive it as a
Right,
color,
right,
right?
right.
So, bro, I love black. I definitely love
But
black. Like look what you
yeah,
have on. It
exactly,
looks dope.
exactly. So what you're right. Black is kind of the lack of colors, right? But does this mean that Negro was also your favorite track on the album?
It
It is.
is.
Okay, there you
It is.
go.
It is one of my favorite tracks. And blue, azul.
Azul. Okay. Okay, so you know
Yeah.
what? That's the two that we're gonna play for our listeners here on ICRT. And to represent the colors for the album cover, you work with a very well-known Japanese artist, Takashi Murakami. How did you meet him? Why did you decide to use his artwork as album cover?
I mean, I always been a big fan of Takashi Murakami, and when I was doing the album, I was like, what a cooler way to express colors than
Yeah.
flowers, And I was like, oh shit, wait a minute, Murakami. Well, and I already have a relationship with him. So I met him in Paris on a fashion week, and we got along together, and so we start building a nice relationship, and when I call him, and I explain him that I wanted the youth to know more about art,
Mm.
to know a little bit more about art and get to know like about Murakami, because sometimes kids, when they think about art, they might think it's something
Yep.
boring, you know. And but I think like Murakami is such a happy and colorful way to connect with art, that I told him like I wanted the kids to, and the youth and the people to get to know about art in a new way. And he said immediately, yes, let's work together.
Nice, nice, nice. I'm really glad to hear this whole album come together. You seem to be very happy with it, how it turned
I
out.
am.
Yeah.
I am grateful,
A-
man. I'm
And
grateful.
that's saying something because there's been a lot of great music coming from you already. The world's basically, at least on this side of the world, we know you by Mi Gente. We know you
Yeah.
by I Like It, which was nominated for Grammy, won
Yes.
the Billboard Latin
Yeah.
Music Awards. And I personally really like Energia. Primera
Oh,
Cita, that
thank you.
was my favorite
Oof.
song. That is a sexy one.
Love it.
But you keep on
Yeah.
outdoing yourself. So, really glad this album came together. But let's talk about something else you're doing along with the album, because in January you launched a podcast, right? A 9-episode podcast where you got really personal. Now, I'm not fluent in Spanish, so I don't know exactly what you talk
Hmm.
about, but judging by the titles, you talk about family, you talk a little bit about your kind of people. Like, can you tell us a little bit more about what you said in the podcast?
Yeah. In the podcast, Made in Medellin, uh, it was more like a personal, like how I feel about life and ups and downs and anxiety and depression. Like talk about things that people not talk just because sometimes they fear to talk
Mm,
about it. So that's I'm encouraged the people to talk about simple things, and anxiety and depression is things that happen. It's nothing like just happen to crazy people. So I wanted to talk about that, about my life, about my dreams, about you know uh, yeah, really personal, and I think people really connect to it because they see the human
mm.
being.
And so in Colombia, I'm guessing it's kind of like Asia here too, where mental health is a taboo. People don't like to talk about it.
Yeah, basically it's
Mm-hmm.
worldwide. Like yeah, it's like a taboo, but I think as an artist and it's one of my responsibilities. With the world is like talk about things that people don't talk sometimes because they have this taboo, and and I accept it. I tell you like I went through depression, I went through anxiety, so and that it's more common than you think.
So
you
did these
know,
ideas
and
make it into the album as well? And did you talk about them in the songs?
yeah, I mean colors. The colores, means about moods
Yeah.
too. Like how you can feel every day. Sometimes you feel blue, sometimes you feel black, sometimes you feel white. It's like It's how you feel.
J Balvin, I gotta be honest. I'm a little surprised that you said your favorite songs were Azul and Negro because I thought you liked Rojo as one of your favorite love songs from the album.
No, 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 but wait. I mean, like it's because Rojo, I dropped it before the album
Yeah.
came out. So when I talk about the album, it's more about the seven that people
Yeah.
didn't
Okay.
know.
That's true. Yeah.
You know, but Rojo, man, shit, it's one of my babies too. Yeah, I love it. The video is amazing, and the song is
That's right.
it's
The
really
video.
cool.
You're planning to do 10 videos for the album, right? All 10.
Yeah, we already dropped
Yep.
four, um, and we're ready to drop some more
Yo,
five.
can't wait. So everybody else, make sure you stay close to J Balvin's YouTube page, Facebook, Instagram, and of course here in Taiwan, we love Latin music. We dance Latin music. We sing Latin music. So we can't wait for you to come over here and say hello sometime.
Of course,
But
my G.
please take care of yourself.
Thank you
Wash
so
your
much.
hands. Make sure you stay healthy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, man. A lot of blessings and colores
Thank
just
you.
came
And
out.
everybody else,
Let's
listen
go.
to the album J Balvin right here on ICRT.